Welcome back to the Sea Champagne Radio Show. Welcome back, I Love Music Army, David Gilmour fans, Pink Floyd fans, everybody that loves music from around the globe, because we have some shocking news for you that could send rippling effects throughout the entire music industry. And I got to tell you, it's definitely something that some of you may be extremely concerned about. Now, in case you didn't know, well, David Gilmour put out a record, I don't know what, 3-4 weeks back now, something like that. But, he's been doing a lot of interviews. Now, he, in his interviews, has said that he just wants to sell this Pink Floyd thing out. He just wants to sell it all out. So he's thinking about selling all of his rights. Well, he'll join a long list of others who have done just exactly that. And if you don't know who that would be, let me put that up on the screen for you. As you can see on the screen here, you got Kiss, Motley Crue, Queen, Alice in Chains, Bad Company, Def Leppard, Michael Jackson, Heart, Rod Stewart, ZZ Top, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Prince, Fleetwood Mac, Bruce Springsteen, Judas Priest, Genesis, and that's just to name a few. We have not even begun to scratch the surface on how many artists have sold their entire catalog or most of their catalog. Even Journey members, every Journey member sold their catalog except Steve Perry. There's so much going on, and this is very important for the music industry, and I'll tell you why. You know what, actually, let me see if you guys can put it together. All right, let me ask you 3 questions. And I read every single comment. I can't wait to hear what your comments are on these 3 questions, okay? Number 1, do you believe that music is the most valuable thing on the face of the earth? That's question 1. Number 2, question 2, do you believe that these few companies, there's only a couple buying up all the rights to all these classic songs, do you believe they've invested, hundreds of millions of dollars, almost $1 billion, really, when you think about just Queen and Kiss alone, and Springsteen, it's $900 million. Do you believe they invested hundreds of millions of dollars or $1 billion to lose it? Or do you think they've invested that money to make it back 10 times over? Question 3, do you believe the 60s through 90s is the greatest music of all time and will never be matched by any generation ever? That's question 3. Then finally, the 4th and final question is this. Do you realize that if you've answered yes to the previous 3 questions, we could be in for a music monopoly, if you will, by a few companies owning all the rights to these songs? Right now, we're right around 65%, 68% of all the artists from the 60s through the 90s do not own the rights to their music, at least the artists that matter, okay? And you can look this up online and just see who's actually sold out, because I did the research. I wanted to make sure I was right before I made this, because this is something, do you remember, does anybody remember Hulu when it first started out? Free, you had to sit through commercials, or you could pay like a couple bucks and get rid of the commercials way back when. YouTube, no commercials. Then they gave you 1 commercial. Now it's 2. Now it's maybe 3. Then it's non-skippable. Are we headed towards, if they raise the licensing fees because they own all this fantastic music, are we headed to, $20, $30, $40 a month to listen to music? Otherwise, you're shut off. You got to listen to rap music the rest of your life, or you're going to get the free service, or, and then have to pay another bunch of money to get the commercials, which would take us back to the radio days, because radio is free. I mean, you just turn it on and you listen to it, which could be cool because, radio was a very valuable tool. I mean, what could happen? What are the endless possibilities if David Gilmour sells out all his Pink Floyd stuff? This could be very big for the music industry. almost 70% of all those artists do not own their music. Wow. I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say about this from the Steve Champagne radio show. Oh my God, I'll read these comments for sure. Wow. This is breaking news. I sure hope this doesn't happen. But, hey, you never know about these things, really, Until next time, we got to pay some bills. I can't wait to see and talk to all of y'all again real soon. Take care.